Good afternoon. Welcome to Intermediate Presentation Software. Where's my... Nope. Here we go. My name is Trey Gwynn. I am the Technology and Outreach Coordinator for the Rutherford County Library System. And if you've watched any of our videos on computer education stuff, you're probably getting pretty used to seeing me at this point. This is our second in a series of classes about presentation softwares. We are, just as a reminder, we are going to focus on three different softwares. PowerPoint, which is the most used, most expensive, and has the most built-in options. Slides, which is Google's offering, which is free. It's web-based, so you can pull it up on any computer as long as you've got an internet connection and a web browser. It is cloud-based, which means that you can pull up what you've worked on wherever you are, and of course is put out by Google, which I probably sound like a broken record if you've watched any of these videos, but just keep in mind that even if they're not using specific data about you, they are using information around you to then turn around and sell your data anonymously to advertisers, and then the advertisers advertise specific stuff for you. If you've ever Googled something like a product and then turned around and all of a sudden your every advertisement is for that product, that's exactly what's going on. And so every little bit and piece of information that you give them, they will be able to use to sell you ads. And that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It's something you have to decide for yourself. I love the Google Suite personally, just because it's super convenient and, again, free. But that's something everyone has to decide for themselves. The third option is OpenOffice Impress, which is free. It's put out by a nonprofit called Apache Software, and it is probably, I don't know, I would argue it's the least intuitive of the three, but, it's probably just different strokes for different folks. Now, I thought after basic presentation software, I thought I would change things up a little bit for intermediate, because things are going to be a little more complex this time. And so my plan is to just, instead of showing you where all the stuff is and like how to use it, we're going to actually make a presentation together. Obviously, there's no back and forth, so you won't have any input, but I'm just saying that the things we're going to do today, I'm going to do in one presentation, and that way we can kind of see it all as we go. I'm going to use Microsoft Word, again, because it is like the industry standard when it comes to off-the-shelf presentation softwares. But we will check in on the other two presentation softwares just to kind of like keep an eye on how you do the things that we're doing in Microsoft Word. So, having said that, let's pull up PowerPoint. Boom, there it is. So this is a blank presentation. When you start PowerPoint, and it offers to make, it'll give you the options. We talked about this in the last class, but it'll give you options like blank presentation or, some templates that you can use. This is what the blank presentation will look like. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to practice inserting some stuff into this presentation so that you can see kind of the wide variety of things that can be inserted into a PowerPoint presentation, a Google Slide document, or an OpenOffice Impress document. So, the first thing I always do is I get rid of these. I don't know why, but I like to have my own word balloons or word text boxes. It's a weird tick, I know, but we're going to start by inserting a bunch of stuff. So For Microsoft Office, that means that we need to go up here to the ribbon. We talked about this last time, but the ribbon is where you can find almost all of the options for stuff that you can do in the Microsoft Office suite of products. That means that if you understand what the ribbon is, you could open a brand new Microsoft Office program that you've never even seen before. You don't even know what it does, and you could at least orient yourself using the ribbon. So that's this thing up here. The tabs that you can click on change what the ribbon is offering. But if you think a program can do something, one of these Microsoft Office programs can do something, it will likely be found up here in the ribbon. So today, for the most part, we're going to spend time in this Insert tab of Microsoft PowerPoint. Last time, just kind of as a refresher, we talked about pictures. I showed you how to insert pictures from all three in all three programs. So here's how that works. You go to Insert, you click Pictures. It brings up a dialog box. I don't think you can see the dialog box on your end, but it's just one of those, one of those boxes where it's like, oh, here's your files, here's pictures. You choose the picture that you want, and boom, there it is. Easy enough, right? Microsoft Office and Google Docs, while we're on the subject, they have a second feature, and that is being able to put online pictures into your presentations. And so I'll just because we have the time, I will point out to you how that works. In Microsoft Office, right next to the picture button that we just pushed right here, there's another button called Online Pictures. You click on that. Again, you can't see this, which is really annoying. I don't know why my menu boxes aren't showing up, but I will describe what you'd see. You would see a little place where there's a Bing image search, and so you can even see the effects of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in flowers. I don't know why flowers, but flowers, and I'm just going to select the very first one, and now it has pulled an image of flowers off the internet, and it is now in my presentation. So and it's pretty, so I'm going to leave it, although I'm going to make it smaller. OpenOffice does not have this feature, but we will take a look briefly at slides at Google Slides. So here is a blank presentation. Go to Insert. Sorry, it's taking a minute to load. If you go to Insert, when you hover over images, one of the options will be upload, search the web, and so that means that you can put in pictures from the internet. And like I said, OpenOffice does not have that functionality, but the other two do. So that's why I thought I'd go ahead and point it out, even though we talked about pictures last time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look. This is the new material. We're going to take a look at how to insert video, audio, charts, and word art. And like I said, we're going to do that by just going in and doing a PowerPoint presentation. So here is my PowerPoint with my little flower on it. Very pretty, right? Let's start with video. So all three programs allow you to put videos into your presentations, but only Google Slides and PowerPoint will let you put in videos from the internet. You have to go in and for OpenOffice you have to download the video and insert it that way. But for PowerPoint, you just go to Insert. We're going to spend most of our time in Insert today. Then video is over here, and it will give you two options. Of course, you can't see them because that would just be too convenient on my end, but I will describe them to you, either an online video or a video from your PC, and you can do either. So I'm going to do online video. And then it actually brings up a YouTube search that you can do. So I'm going to do countdown. 2-minute timer. And now my PowerPoint has a 2-minute timer video that I could click on. It works almost exactly the same way in Google Slides. You go to insert, then video is one of the options, and then it brings up a dialog box that lets you either get the video from searching or by its URL or from Google Drive. So it's pretty easy to do. Once you have the video inserted, as I do with my presentation, you can change its size just like you could change the size of a picture. You can even, it doesn't even have to stay in the aspect ratio that it was originally. Like, you can squish it just like you could squish a picture. I don't know why you'd want to, but maybe if you just wanted it to take almost no space up. Now you'll notice that I can't make it play. That's because what will happen is when you begin your presentation, and you get to the slide that has the video on it, it will have the little play button on it, just like it does on YouTube. And so from there you can click on it. But when you're not in presentation mode, you can't make it play. In the same way that you can add video to your presentations, you can also add audio. Now this one's a little different because when you click on that audio button, which is over here next to the video button in PowerPoint, in PowerPoint, it's only going to give you the option to either put in pre-recorded audio that's already on your PC or for you to record audio. So, like, for example, I'm just going to record a little bit right here. If it lets me, here I go. All right, done. Okay. And now, see, there's a little... I don't know if you can hear that, and I'm not going to mess with it to try to make it so that you can hear that, but you saw how it works. It makes a little thing on there that I can actually listen to when it's not in presentation mode. And I can even move it around, so I can put it down here, and that way when I'm presenting, I can even, I can go over and turn on my audio or my video. Google Slides works the same way. If you go to insert, audio is the third option down, and then it brings up a dialog box that lets you insert pre-recorded audio onto your presentation. It doesn't have the option to record as you're working on it, and then the same goes for OpenOffice. So if where's my Impress? There we go. So for OpenOffice Impress, if I go to Insert, where is it? I found it earlier. Oh, Movie and Sound is one of the options. And then you click on that, and it brings up a dialog box that lets you insert something pre-downloaded or pre-recorded onto your computer. Now, one of the main things that you will probably use that you'll probably use your presentation software for is work presentations, is that kind of thing. So that means that for some of you, you might need to put charts into your presentations. That is super easy to do. All three programs allow you to do it. I thought while we were talking about inserting stuff, we would talk about insertion of charts into your presentations. So here's my PowerPoint presentation that I've made. If you see insert, you'll notice that right here is charts. If I click on chart, it brings up a dialog box, which of course you cannot see, but you can see the result of, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to click OK, and eventually there's my chart. It also brings up, and you can't see this either, which is frustrating, but it also brings up a tiny little box of Excel. So I can change the features and numbers in this little chart using the tiny little Excel box, which is really nice, actually. For the other two programs, let's take a look at Google Drive, right? So here we're going to go to insert, we're going to go to chart. It's going to give me different options for what kind of chart I want. I will do a column chart just like we did just now with PowerPoint. From there, though, what's different from PowerPoint is that it just filled it with fake data that doesn't mean anything, right? What you can do, though, is if you over here, there's in the corner, there's a little link chart thing. If you click on that, it'll take you to a document that will let you change the values. Now, where is? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I've got too many screens open. The final thing that I thought we would talk about when it came to inserting. Where's my thing? Oh, here we are. The final thing that I thought we would talk about while we're on the subject of inserting information into, inserting things, inserting different ways of portraying information, inserting different ways of making your presentation look good. The final thing that I thought we might at least talk about is inserting word art. Now, if you have used any of these programs for any length of time, then you are probably familiar with word art. For a long time, it felt like it was the only way to make a PowerPoint presentation or a Word document or something look interesting at all. So if I go to, we're going to stick to PowerPoint, but again, all three have this option. Up here in the ribbon, in the Insert tab in the ribbon, you have Word Art. Now, if I click on that, you don't get to see what it says, but it does give me a bunch of different options that all look interesting, at least. If you choose one, it'll make a little text box like this, and then from there you can just type whatever you want to put in. So I'm going to put in Trey's presentation, and you even have options over here to change colors. So like I want it to be that color and this color, and I want a really thick this is the worst looking presentation ever, but you're getting to see exactly what the program can do. So I'm not embarrassed, I guess. Now, those are not, videos, audio, chart, word art, pictures. These are not the only things that you can insert into a presentation. These are just the things that you will find yourself inserting into presentations the most often. So you'll notice that if we go back to our if we go back to PowerPoint, in the Insert tab, you also have options to insert shapes. You have options to insert, a slide number, an equation, stuff like that. All three programs allow you to do that kind of thing. So there's a lot that you can put into your presentations in that Insert tab. And that's why it's so important that they've done such a good job of delineating what is in what, using the ribbon in PowerPoint's case, and tabs in Google in Google's case, and the menu in OpenOffice's case. So what is the next thing we're going to look at? The next thing we're going to look at is maybe the most fun, in my opinion, stuff that any of these programs can do, and that is animations. Yeah, heck yeah. I spent way too long working on that. It's embarrassing considering what it looks like, but that's fine. So here's the thing. I'm gonna make a new slide in my presentation, my example presentation. I want to get rid of these guys. Again, I don't know why I get rid of those, but I do. Animations are a way to liven up your PowerPoint programs. Now, you don't want to overdo it. There's kind of a weird threshold where, like, some animations make it look like you're professional. Too many animations make you look unprofessional. Only you can determine where that threshold is, but it's something to keep in mind. So what we're going to do, just as a way to kind of explore the animations, is I'm going to choose some word art. I'm going to do my name, which is what I always do. And then up here, my bad, there we are. Up here, one of our options is, one of the tabs is animations. That's all the tab is. And you'll notice that there's all these different options up here at the top of different stuff that you can do. Different animations. There's a big... These are all different things that you can do. And so my suggestion is, anytime you're working on something, you can just play around with it and see what works best for you. Honestly, the thing I do the most is just a simple it's too fast. Hold on. Fine, we're going to do something. The thing I do the most is a simple, just straight up appear, but that's going too fast. So as an example, I'll choose fly in. And so once you've chosen something, if you want to see what it looks like, you can go over here to preview and it'll do it for you, right? So here's random bars. It looks like you're getting teleported in. Here is this grow and turn, right? You can layer multiple animations on top of each other, and over here you have the option to change how it works. So like right now, the tray is set up to grow and turn into our program on click. So like so if I were presenting this, it would bring up a blank page, and then the moment I clicked, tray would come spinning in, right? But you can change it so that it does it with previous, which means that it does it like as the slide is changing to this slide. You could do it so that it does it after previous. So that way it would let the slide come in and then it would spin in and turn, right? You can also set it up so that it does multiple things, right? So let's see. I'm gonna do another animation. Let's see. And let's do another one. Swivel. Okay, so now I've added 3, and it's just going to do all 3. Boop, boop, boop. Look at that. And you can do way more than that. I'm going to do bounce. Going to do random bars. Going to do teeter. And then I'm going to have it disappear. Float out. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. Oh, there you go. And so you can set it up so that it does it on its own automatically. You can set it up so that it does it on your click. Like I could have set it up so that each of those transitions or each of those animations came when I clicked the button or clicked the mouse. But you can do it with images too. Like if I insert a picture, let's see, we'll insert sad tray. Here's sad tray. I really need to get some more pictures onto this computer so that I don't have to keep using this one. But if I go to animations, I can make sad tray fly in. I can make him float in. I can make him shape in or wipe in. And then I could let's add a custom path. So one of the things you can do is you can set it up so that your whatever you're putting in does a custom path too. Here we go. It's a long. There we go. Woo! Let's see what all that looks like. Tray. Woo! So all this is all stuff that you can do using the animations in PowerPoint. Now, unfortunately, let me pull up my presentation. Unfortunately, the animations in Google Slides are not quite as robust. You can still do the basic stuff. So, well, hold on. What am I doing? Let's do word art. So word art. Wow. There's wow. Okay. So for this one, you'll go to slide. Wait, is it slide? No. I thought it was. No, sorry. You'll go to insert, animate, and then these are your options. You have a bunch of you have either things that take it away or things that bring it back. So like fly in from the top, hit play, and it will show you what that looks like. And of course you can, just like with PowerPoint, you can do multiple ones in a row. If I go to Impress, boop, and should have gotten rid of these already. Oh, Impress is being slow. Nope. Sorry, I just have to get rid of them. I don't know what my deal is. We'll go to Insert. We're going to go to... Where's my thing? What have I done? What have I done? Hold on, I've gotten rid of. See, I'm not infallible. I don't know everything about this. My mistake. Where is? Am I just missing it? Format, tools. Okay, well, here, we'll add a picture. There's a picture. There's my picture. I'm going to make it smaller. Whoop, nope, I'm spinning it around. Control Z. Nope. Now, there we go. Go up to go over here to this star button, and you have animation effects that you can choose. Add effect. I'm going to do a plus, click OK, and then you hit play and you will see what it does. So easy. Oh, I'm going crazy. See down here, there's the options for the text stuff. I don't know why it's down there all of a sudden. Maybe I accidentally clicked something. Anyways, I feel like I've lost it. Anyways, animations are not the only thing that you can do in these programs. One of the other things that you can do is you can change the transitions between slides. This is the last thing that we're going to cover today for the most part. I have one quick thing after that, but this is the main thing I want to cover for this last little bit. Transitions are another way to kind of liven up your presentation. So as you'll notice with my little transitions here, you can change how it looks as you're going from slide to slide, just to kind of break up the monotony of the slides going by. So if I go to, we'll go back to PowerPoint. So I'm going to go to the first one, the first slide in my presentation. There's a whole tab called Transitions, and from there you can just play around with a bunch of different stuff. So random bars, shape, uncover, cover, flash. See, there's a bunch of different options. Orbit. So you can set it up so that each slide kind of gives that visual break, and both of the other programs can do it as well. So if I go to, I'm going to make a new slide. If I go to let me get rid of PowerPoint. Yeah, there we go. Over here, if you've been working on animations, transition will be one of the things over here. Now, again, there's not quite as many for Google Slides, but you have some options. So I've chosen fade, and on this one, I'm going to choose flip. So that means that when I am presenting, it'll do that, and when I'm presenting this one, it'll do that. And the same can be done in Impress. Right below the custom animation button, you have the transition button, and see, you've got all these options. You can see that, right? So cover up, Venetian blinds, easy peasy, right? The final thing that I do want to point out, just because I didn't point it out last time, which is kind of problematic because because the class was pointless if we didn't cover it and you didn't know how to do it. But presenting all three programs, it's really easy to present your presentations in PowerPoint. There's a little button right up here that's start from the beginning. You could also hit F5. That will let you start your presentation from the very beginning. There's also a tab called Slideshow that lets you start from the beginning or start from the current slide, or it gives you some other options like hiding a slide. Like, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but instead of like deleting a slide, I guess maybe if you put a lot of work into it and you'll need it later. For Impress, while we're on it, you can either hit F5 or if you go to Slideshow, Slideshow is the very first option, and then in Google Slides, present is just this huge button right up here. And if you click down, you've got some other options. So if you've made a if you've made a PowerPoint presentation, that will let you present it. So I hope that this was informative. I hope that you have learned something. I hope that you will be able to take your presentation software skills to the next level. Please join us for future classes, and of course this will be archived, so just come to our YouTube page if you want to see more, or if you want to review what we've talked about. So have a good day, and have a good Memorial Day weekend.